All right, chat. Invincible official trailer. First time seeing it. I already have played the game, and that was like on the Evil trailer, I guess. I think you guys said that was on there, so I'll probably take a look at that too. But this is the first time I'm actually seeing a full-on trailer of the game, and it's been way too long for me to get down to this point to actually see it. But I'm here now, so you know what? Let's take a look.
This is ridiculous.
Well, that's stop motion.
Come on.
Nice. The GG's YouTube. All right. Well, we did it. All right. Well, there goes that.
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
Nice. Oh. When is the next season of this show come in? These shows seem to take forever to make nowadays. Damn. Well, this definitely wasn't in the game that I played. Jeez.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
It looks like stop motion.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good.
Gotta do the Invincible thing.
I trusted you.
Ready to bleed? This is over. All right, coming through.
Nice.
Let's do this. Gotcha.
Going up. Need a hand? Might want to look up.
See how you like this? It's an army.
I am ending you. I see it all now.
Sick. Oh my god. Oh. Haha. They're going in. Yeah, there's a lot more than what I was able to play, that's for sure. Yeah, demonetized. We don't even say fatality here anymore. We just say demonetized. Damn. It definitely is bringing the heat when it comes to the gore part. They did not hold back on that like at all. They said, you know what? Just go all out. We don't care anymore. She's dope. Well, when I played her, she was actually pretty sick. So, it's crazy because this game is coming off of, or it's like piggybacking off of the hype of Marvel Token, and that really sucks. I feel bad for this game, and I feel bad for 2XKO right now. Like, bro, you might as well have released this game when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. Like, it's just it's so tough. And this is what I've been saying for a long minute now, is that I hope this stuff doesn't get oversaturated. And legitimately, this is exactly what was I afraid of, is like this, like the combos in this game actually look pretty legit. But when you compare it to the animation of Token, it doesn't look as good. It just doesn't. Hell, even the animation of 2XKO looks a little better than this. It still looks good for what they are, but I wonder how that will affect the gameplay. Because like you said, Cal, it's like you said, graphics aren't everything, but presentation is a lot. Like, presentation is absolutely a lot. And then when you see the presentation, of Token, you're like, oh, why would I play this? You know, even though this game is mad solid. When I went to go play it, it was awesome. We had a badass time. None of us had any idea that a game like Token was in the works. No one had any idea a game like Token was in the works. And if 2XKO comes out around the time that this game comes out, I would play both. I have no problem with that. But there's gonna be so much more people jumping ship to Token as soon as it comes out, and hopefully it's not at the exact same time as this. Hopefully they have like a reasonable amount of months apart to distinguish themselves, so that people get a chance to actually learn the mechanics and get used to the game, as opposed to them being released like 1 month after the other, and one game just eats the others at the end of the day. But it looks like it definitely looks like a solid fighter, and it looks fun. I'm just worried about the timing of it all, you know? If they decide to push it back, it would be a smart move, in my opinion. If they decide to push it back, it'd be a smart move. Give it time to like grow in that aspect, or push it forward and release the game as soon as possible before Token gets a chance to come out. Because man, it sucks too, because you shouldn't compare the games, but people are going to compare them. It's just what it is. Another thing you notice is it goes 3v3 tag fighting game, and you're like, well, people are instantly going to be like, well, Token has 4, fuck you, and you're like, oh well, I guess. So it's like, damn. I noticed a similar thing happened back in 2021. They released like 5 different skateboard games all at once out of nowhere. Now they're doing this to tag fighters. Don't forget there was a game called Disc Jam. And Disc Jam was releasing around the same time that, what was it? Air Strikers or something like that. It was like another game that was basically like a disc game as well. Came out around the exact same time. And man, it just killed the momentum of Disc Jam. And you feel so bad because they put so much work and so much effort and so much time into a game, only to get released around the same time as another game that plays very similar to it, it has a bigger budget, you know. And you could tell, you know, the budget of this was lacking, but look at the combos though. The combos are legit. This does look cool. Yeah, that was like a loop combo right there. You can already tell you're gonna have a lot of fun doing freaking combos and stuff in this bad boy. Gotcha. Yeah, and the team up tag combos to supers are gonna be nuts. That was a super into a combo into a super. I mean, and they're staying true to the source material. Oh, they're gonna go ham, chat. From what I remember, there was interconnectivity from the stages. Certain things trigger certain stuff that happen in the background, so keep an eye on that. As well as when your health is low. When your health is low, things actually start to change around it. So, no, there are things that are happening that you probably aren't noticing right now.
I am ending you.
Yeah, it's really funny that the game and fighters both have a moon stage, because they're superheroes. They're superheroes that literally fly into space and shit, so why not?
Hell yeah.
Yo, ripping this bitch, let's go.
In my opinion, Invincible is best suited for a fighting game, in my opinion.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna turn this up, Chad.
Hell yeah. These guys were able to execute lightning in a bottle in a way that I've never seen in the industry before.
I love this shit. It's so good.
I can't wait for the fans to play this game.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I love you, Eve. If you make me hurt you, I'm not holding back.
My first impressions of playing Invincible Versus was a huge moment for me. Oh yeah. I've had a lot of like really cool experiences. I've been on sets and watched my comics get turned into TV shows. But to see the characters of Invincible in a fighting game, I don't know, it was so magical and so exciting.
Isn't he also the creator of Walking Dead, chat? Am I crazy? Holy shit. Wow, it's the same guy. I thought so. I was like, wow, he looks so familiar. That is the, okay, so he's a Walking Dead guy. Okay. That guy's a fucking millionaire now, isn't he? Like, I figured he made like a good chunk of change off of Walking Dead. But the fact that he also made the comic for Invincible and they picked it up and it's also successful, that motherfucker making cake. Like, he's good.
I cried. I think one of the key elements to Invincible, be it the comic or the show, is the insane and absolutely brutal fights. It's kind of our marquee thing, and we do these absolutely epic battles that you experience on your couch that hopefully are blowing you away. But this game is really the first time that you can actually experience these and feel them as you're living them. And to be honest, some of the fights in the game can get kind of more intense than the things that we've been able to accomplish in the show, which is really exciting for me.
It's something that dials up the intensity of action, the intensity of violence, the intensity of combat. And to me, one of the most impactful things in a fighting game is your first impression. And that's the
fuck
thing
is
that
this
my
guy?
brain always goes to. Like, when you press
the fuck
buttons
is that
and do
guy?
stuff, what is the response?
Dude, this big dude. Oh my god, that assist is crazy.
And yeah, watching
guy?
a character, you know, a 3v3 tag fighter with so much gore.
Is that
that's
Nickelback?
The first thing that was like, wow, this is different. This is something I've never seen before.
We got Nickelback to talk about this game?
Most fighting games nowadays,
Let's go,
you
Rip!
don't have the opportunity to create something completely new, right?
He's a
Most
combat
of these
designer.
fighting
Rip
games
knows
exist,
what's
they're
up, man.
Very high in the iterative number of whatever their series is, and if you deviate from that too much, the fan base kind of revolts against you. They're like, dude, that's not my same game that I'm growing up liking. But in this opportunity we have, we can do whatever we want.
Let's go,
right?
Rip!
I think what the FGC is looking for kind of is similar.
They didn't get my good side. I'm sexy as fuck, but look at what they did with my beanie, bro. You didn't tell me anyway. It was funny. I could have put the beanie on this. It's not my good side, bro. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? I should have been sitting where Vicious is sitting. That would have been way better. I should have like fucking Vicious, man. Didn't even get my good side, bro. It looks terrible. Like, come on, man. I'm not gonna say this. And my hair isn't even like. I mean, I got the fade. It's not fresh though. It's clean. It's clean, but I gotta get the fresh fade. Like, bro, please. If I had my, you see, if my, I'm upset. Tell them to make, guys, hit up the company and tell them to make the trailer again. Can we do that?
To what other people are looking for. It's just like, give me something new. Give me something I haven't seen before. Especially people that are fans of Invincible, they're gonna be like, oh wow, I've never seen it in this light.
I am ending you.
By the way, chat,
Invincible, something new.
we sat down and had a conversation with Mike. I'm gonna tell you right now, this guy's the real deal. He is FGC, he is FGC certified. This motherfucker knows his shit, and having just one conversation with him, you know that he's been through the trenches with all of us when it comes to fighting games. So he knows how to make a good fighting game. Like, he's locked in. He's locked in, chat. Like, just talk to him for 15 minutes and you'll understand.
Especially people that are fans of Invincible, they're gonna be like, oh wow, I've never seen it in this light.
I am ending you. I see it all now. Every single molecule.
I'm the narrative director on the project. That means that it's my responsibility to make sure that this game is a kick-ass story, that all the characters sort of like shine through, feel authentic to the Invincible universe.
Okay.
Before me.
So the narrative director probably read every single comic and knows where to go.
There's a lot of fighting and a lot of matchup that are really cool. It really works as a fighting game, but I think the coolest thing about it is that there's a lot of matchups that never really occurred in the comic or the television show, and be exciting to me.
Building this game, it was critical to be authentic to the IP. So when you take a character from the show or for the comics and you examine their personality, like the way that they move, the way they react to others, you look at what are the opportunities where I can translate that and really amplify it. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll break down scenes. We'll look at like, would they move like that? Does Mark have that ability? Would he do that thing? How would he respond to someone if they defeated one of his teammates? How would he introduce himself to someone new that he's never met before? Or someone he's quite familiar with who he thinks is, you know, downright fucking evil? Sorry for the F-bomb.
Sorry for that bomb. No, you're not. And yes, there's a lot of blood on that floor, chat. Did anybody notice that?
You know,
why is there so much blood on the floor?
Sorry for
I find it most challenging in terms of figuring out our characters and environments is how we make them feel unique. We do want the characters to have the same sort of body type, the same overall proportions, the same silhouette. But then at that point, when you get to that baseline, it's a question of how do I build upon it? How do I add those secondary, tertiary
that shit is
details
authentic.
From the rips in the clothes to the blood stains,
pretty on brand,
the smaller details in the hair.
It's pizza sauce. That's what it is.
We want it to
it's just
feel
ketchup,
like
guys. It's just ketchup.
And that's exactly why it's exciting, because it's a challenge.
Skybound is a really hands-on company, and it just adds a level of authenticity that I think is kind of unparalleled.
So we're still doing some polish on it, but that's probably gonna be one of the bigger ones that we do. We really wanted to stand out with.
That's amazing.
I got the Skybound, and I was catching up with Mike Willett, and I just said, what was the happiest time in your career?
Former EV of production.
He said, working on Killer Instinct. Double Helix
Killer
Games,
Instinct,
making
boys.
a fighter with the most talented people we know.
I said, hey, Patrick, I want to start another studio. And I want to work on combat, fighting games, things that we love, things that are part of like our DNA.
And he's like, that's my dream. That's what I want to do.
We decided to call the studio Quarter Up. It pays homage to an era that we came from, like the arcade era. But it's really a statement that says like, we're here and we're up for the challenge. We got next.
I've been working with Mike Willett.
So it's not, so the studio is not called Skybound. The studio is, the dev studio is called Quarter Up, but they're owned by Skybound. What other stuff has Skybound done, chat? Does anybody really know? Skybound is owned by the creator of Invincible. Oh, okay. Oh my God. So he made enough money to make his own studio. Holy crap. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Walking Dead, G.I. Joe, etc. G.I. Joe? G.I. Joe is Hasbro. Skybound is owned by Robert Kirkman, and he does self-published independent comics and publishes Transformers and G.I. Joe comics. Wow. Ah, okay. Crazy.
REP. I just watched season 1 of Invincible because he had mentioned, maybe you should watch this. And I was like, the characters are there. They're amazing characters. They're characters that are going to really shine in a fight game. And so for us, that was a lot of the hard work is kind of, that part had been done already with the IP. Now we just need to make it. And so we started reaching out to everybody.
Essentially, when Mike Willett calls, I pick up the phone. He's a guy that I love working with. I was aware of Invincible. I was like, oh my God, what don't they have? Kaiju, superheroes, monsters, an elephant man. I mean, it's just like throw a rock, you're gonna hit something amazing. So it's good problems to have, right?
Oh, really? Like, is that a real thing? And I'm like, I am very much interested. Like, I am super down, like, I'm in, let's fucking go. And then that doubled when they told me the project, Invincible, as a fighting game. And I'm like, oh my God, because immediately as soon as they said those words in that sequence, like, I just started thinking of what we could do.
Learning that all the same folks
hell is
that
that
put
guy?
together one of the most impossible games, now one of the most well-received fighting games of all time, is working on another fighting game. It's kind of like a dream come true. The crew that put together Killer Instinct, that's now working on Invincible, is pretty much responsible for approaching fighting games with a different
Hey, it's that
perspective,
guy.
with something that wanted to give agency to players that were on defense and offense, to have you have a level of mind games beyond just what's going on in that one specific moment. They want you to think of what happened before
Hey,
and what happened
QZK,
after
baby.
a lot. that's actually in this game too. In the 3v3 game, you sort of like can touch the opponent once, and they're toast, man. It's just it's Kaputski for that character.
God.
I really dig the
I
fact
didn't
that
even
there's so
see
much
that in the
defense
game when I was
and offensive
playing.
options in this game. But the
Like,
commitment
you
to
tear their
having a
bodies.
full 3v3 tag fighter from, you know, a developer that hasn't done that before leads me to hope there's going to be a whole bunch of new concepts and things we haven't seen.
The process of building this team, it's been fun, but it wasn't just getting a bunch of all the old heads back together again. It's finding new blood, people that either tied to the FGC or hyper talented and really passionate about their work and what they do and about the IP.
Fan art is actually how I got this gig. As an artist, I'm always gravitate towards characters that I find interesting.
He was a fan art artist.
My
That's
relationship
hilarious.
with Invincible was pretty much love at first sight, both in terms of the characters, but also just the animated sequences, storytelling, the world, everything just felt super unique. And one of the things I'm most excited about this role is the opportunity to take these established characters that you've seen in the comic and you've seen in the show and find a way to make them feel like an inherent part of the game that we're creating without jeopardizing what made them so great to begin with.
I've been a fan of Invincible since I was, you know, young. Like, not that I'm old now, but I've been a fan of Invincible forever. And I've been reading these comics like...
How old is the comics, chat? I mean, the original, I'm sorry, Robert Kirkman, he's not that old. 20 years. This comic's been out for 20 years. What the fuck? Invincible had a run from 2003 to 2018. So did the comics actually end, chat? Or are they still going? The comics are over. Wow. So it actually has an ending. Interesting. So, judging by how long the comics have run, you said from 2003 to 2018, I'm seeing this show would probably go for like, if it lasts that long anyway, the show would probably go for like 5 seasons. What do you think, chat? Kirkman was working on multiple projects and is consistent. Yeah. Comics is done, which is why there's a show now. Yeah. 10 seasons at least? Damn. You think 10 seasons will be this thing? That's crazy.
Since the beginning, and I just know them like the back of my hand. And so there's all these like little tidbits and things that I'll pick up on that you might not even ever think about. And so a lot of times people are coming to me with questions like, where Mark can bleed from? Like, does Mark bruise? How much blood can we have? Like, where is that blood coming from? It's usually the orifices. It's always the orifices.
There you go.
Action. Is that right? I don't know. Never got to do that before. I've done a lot of weird stuff, but not that. How I got involved in
Rip has done a lot of weird stuff.
Invincible Versus is a pretty crazy story.
Thank you.
Mike here, Dave, also with Dave, and we're going to be doing an FGC first look, very first look with Rip.
It wasn't like a studio or something. So I go over to his house, I knock on the door, he opens it up, I walk in, they have a TV set up there, and it just says Invincible on. I was like, oh, damn, we're doing Invincible.
Have you seen, dude? Oh my God.
I saw it super duper early. Like, you have to understand, it did not look anything like it looks now. So originally when I first played it, there was only 2 characters. It was just Mark and Eve, and it was supposed to be a tag fighter, 3-on-3. And then I remember I went home and I came back for the next tag. I was like,
block those Mortal Kombat.
Where I was like,
you can tell by the buttons. He's like, block those Mortal Kombat machines back there. Can't promote the other games on your Invincible trailer, guys.
The KI deck. Why don't you guys bring some of KI into a tag fighter? Because that's never been done. So then the next one I get a DM from Mike Willett. He's like, this could work. He's like, you should apply.
There's a little blood again. Which is like so missing in all the T-Fighter games in general.
I'll take a sip of water when I goddamn feel like I need to take a sip of water. I don't need you directing me.
Damn.
On when I take a sip of water.
He makes so much money at this point. He could say that and not have to be and not even have to be silly afterwards. He could just do it. That's what you get when you make stupid comic book money, chat. Comic book money.
I think this is just the biggest and best Invincible game that we've ever done. This is a huge fighting game that has a ton of really complex work being put into it to make it the biggest and best Invincible game.
That's an OTG.
So we're trying to put all of what we got into the game. Every dollar gets spent into making the game better. We love the world that's been created by Robert, Corey, and Ryan. and everyone understands the mission, like what we're trying to do, like, and just bringing their A game, bringing their talent, like every day. We want this to be a tournament quality game that's played for years and years to come. So the way that we look at it is it has to have compelling systems and gameplay and hype moments. It has to have art that is not just evocative of the IP, but will stand the test of time on its own. When the FGC gets their hands on the game, what I hope happens is they get a ton of excitement. They get to see familiar faces that they want to dig into. And critically, I hope they go, oh, I want to lab this game. I want to lab this game for hours. That would make me so happy. It's not just the hype and excitement from like doing big combos or the brutality, but for them to really want to dig into the systems that are there. Because I think that's what's going to keep them there for the long haul.
Your boy Tasty.
Double thick.
I don't mean just satisfied.
Your boy Tasty.
That's great. It's like, no, it's got to be fantastic. It's got to blow people's socks off.
Just fucking die!
Bubblehead Steve. Shut up, chat. Nice. This game's gonna be crazy, dude. I'm still excited for it. So, regardless of whatever is coming out around the same time, it doesn't matter. You already know your boy's gonna play the hell out of the game because I had fun playing the alpha, as you can see here, and I'm all about playing a good fighting game if it's fun, regardless of whatever else is out there at the time. So. I'm all for it, man. Give me the good stuff with that game because I want to play more and I can't wait to get my hands on it. You already know what it is.